There's a question that haunts every ambitious person at some point. Why does everything feel so hard? Why do we work endlessly, yet still feel like we're not getting anywhere? I picked up The One Thing by Gary Keller because I wanted to understand why focusing on one thing is the missing ingredient in extraordinary results, how it drives productivity, and why mastering high-impact habits can actually give your life clarity and a deeper life purpose. And what I found completely changed how I think about success strategies and achieving extraordinary results. I'll be honest, I expected another productivity book filled with hacks and shortcuts. What Gary Keller delivered was something far more profound. This isn't about doing more, it's about doing less, but with laser-like precision. Keller, co-founder of one of the largest real estate companies in the world, wrote this book from decades of experience watching people succeed and fail. What struck me immediately was his central premise, the idea that success is built sequentially, not simultaneously. We've been lied to about multitasking, about balance, about spreading ourselves thin. What really drives high-impact habits and extraordinary outcomes is the willingness to go small, to identify the one thing that makes everything else easier or unnecessary. The book challenges the myth that success requires doing it all, and instead offers a clarifying lens. In every moment, there's one thing you could do that would matter most. Keller isn't asking us to abandon our dreams. He's asking us to pursue them with focus, discipline, and a deep understanding of priority. I found myself underlining passages, pausing to think, feeling both called out and deeply encouraged. This book doesn't just teach productivity, it teaches life purpose through the discipline of subtraction. What really struck me about The One Thing was how Keller dismantles the lies we've accepted about success. He walks through what he calls the 6 lies that block productivity, things like the belief that everything matters equally, that multitasking works, or that discipline is something you need all the time. I loved how he reframed discipline. Keller argues that discipline isn't about forcing yourself to do everything forever. It's about doing the right thing long enough that it becomes a habit. You only need discipline until the behavior becomes automatic. That insight alone felt like permission to stop beating myself up for not being perfect every single day. Then there's the focusing question, which became the heartbeat of the entire book for me. What's the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? This isn't just a question, it's a filter, a compass, a daily practice. Keller encourages you to ask it in every area of life: your work, your relationships, your health, your spiritual life. What struck me was how simple it sounds and how hard it is to answer honestly. We're conditioned to think in terms of long to-do lists, but this question forces you to prioritize ruthlessly. It strips away the noise and demands clarity. Keller also introduces the concept of time blocking, which he calls the most powerful productivity tool available. He doesn't just suggest blocking time for your one thing, he insists on it. He talks about protecting that time like your life depends on it, because in many ways, it does. What I found personally meaningful was his idea that extraordinary results require you to go small, not big. You don't need to do 100 things well. You need to do one thing exceptionally well, then build from there. Success, Keller says, is built sequentially, one domino knocking down the next, each slightly larger than the last. That image stayed with me. It's not about balance, it's about counterbalance. You can't have it all at once, but you can have it all over time if you focus. One section that shifted my perspective was Keller's discussion of the myths around willpower. He presents research showing that willpower is finite. It depletes throughout the day like a battery. That's why your one thing should be tackled early, when your mental energy is highest. I love this because it validates what so many of us feel, but dismiss: that we're not lazy, we're just depleted. Keller's advice is practical and compassionate. Do your most important work first. Protect your mornings. Let everything else fit around that priority. What also resonated deeply was the emphasis on purpose. Keller doesn't just want you to be productive, he wants you to be purposeful. He asks, what's the one thing you want your life to be about? It's a big question, maybe the biggest, and he doesn't shy away from it. He suggests that without clarity on your big picture purpose, all the productivity strategies in the world won't lead to fulfillment. That blend of practical advice and philosophical depth is what makes this book so powerful. If you take the one thing seriously, I think it could fundamentally transform how you approach your days, your goals, and your sense of what's possible. Imagine waking up each morning and knowing exactly what matters most, not drowning in options, but clear, focused, and energized. Imagine building a career, a relationship, a body of work that reflects your deepest priorities instead of just reacting to whatever's loudest. Keller offers a path to that kind of life, and it starts with a single question asked daily. This isn't a book about perfection, it's a book about direction. And sometimes, direction is all we need to start moving toward extraordinary results. I walked away from this book feeling lighter, more focused, and genuinely hopeful that success doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be intentional. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like and subscribe to WellReadClub for more book summaries and mindset insights that help you think clearly and live intentionally.